Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel, everybody. And in today's video, we are doing a Oscars reaction list. And the way that this is going to work is basically I'm going to rank all the movies that won the awards last night for the Oscars. But before we get into that, I think it's best to kind of talk about what are my thoughts on the actual winners of each category. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm not a fan of the movies that won this year. Like, I had maybe some ideas of what was going to win, but there was definitely some movies I was not expecting to win. So let's just go ahead and get started with this. So, we'll start off with actor in leading role. I was really voting for Timothée Chalamet to win, but I had my doubts for it. Sebastian Stan, I mean, honestly, he's playing our president. Like, what, you didn't really expect him to win. And then Colman Domingo, he was good, but he was definitely far from being winning. And then Adrian Brody, I mean, The Brutalist is like one of the most talked about movies in the last half of the year. So I guess he won, though I liked the long speech that he gave. Actor in a supporting role. So, fun story about the Oscars experience last night. Right about when they were about to give Kieran Culkin his award, Hulu Live decided to be all Culky, and we missed like half of the categories. We missed like the first 4. And so that was a shame. But we still got to see the clip of it, and I think all the actor in the supporting roles is pretty good. You know, Edward Norton was a good choice. The guy from Nora. But my original option was Edward Norton. But Kieran Culkin, it's not a bad choice, so I'm not really mad about this one. Considering it's Macaulay Culkin's brother from Home Alone. Awesome. I like that. Actress in a leading role was really going for Cynthia Erivo, but Ariana Grande didn't win. If anything, I would have gone for Demi Moore. But I'm glad Mikey Madison won. The fact that she did multiple F-bombs in that film is crazy. But still a good pick. Actress in a supporting role, Zoe Saldana. I thought her speech was very powerful. Almost made me tear up at some certain points in time. I was going much for Ariana Grande just because her liveliness as Glinda in Wicked is so likable. It's so amazing. Hold up, let me do something. Now we get to animated feature film. This one pissed me off, and I'm glad I didn't get to see it win because, the one we all went for was going to be The Wild Robot, but unfortunately, Flow won. Now, I watched Flow, and I do like Flow. The problem with it is that Flow was not talked about the way Wild Robot was. The Wild Robot, yeah, it came out, like, in the later half of the year, in, like, September. But, like, Flow recently just got talked about. And if you really think about it, Flow is kind of like the Wild Robot, except what if a pet cat was in the wild? That's basically what it is. And, Inside Out 2 is my favorite movie last year. I didn't expect it to win, but I'm glad it got nominated. I'm glad it got something. But, yeah, this was the category I was most disappointed with, because it's like, I don't even know much of what could win in the other categories. At least I can at least know what's going to win for one of my favorite categories, and that pissed me off even more. Animated short film, yeah, I don't really have too many thoughts on this because I don't watch short films. In the Shadow of the Cypress, I didn't watch them. Cinematography, The Brutalist. I could have gone for Dune Part 2 or Emilia Perez. I don't really know. Or Nosferatu, Costume design, Wicked. I'm glad Wicked won something. So that's good. And they definitely did go with the costumes. I believe I went for Gladiator 2 on this one. I don't know. The costumes were really good in that one. Directing, we have Nora. I kind of didn't see it coming because, spoiler alert, but the movie won Best Picture. And usually the movie that wins Best Picture wins Best Director. So that was a little bit surprising at times. Documentary feature film, yeah, No Other Land. I voted Sugar King because it was the only one I saw, but I don't really watch documentaries like that. Documentary short film, The Only Girl in the Orchestra. It's actually the only one of these films that I've actually seen, and yeah, I'm glad it won. Film editing, Anora. I would have gone with Wicked on this one because it was greatly edited. But yeah, that's my pick. International feature film was kind of going with Emilia Perez or Flo, but I'm glad I'm Still Here got it, but I never seen it, so I don't know what I'll think. Makeup and hairstyling, The Substance. At least one of the horror films that got nominated for an Oscar is won something, so I'm glad I got that. Music original score, The Brutalist. Wild Robot could have easily gotten this. I think it's the most memorable score of all of them. Music original song, El Mal. Not really surprising. Emilia Perez is like one of the most weirdly beloved movies, and I don't really remember any of these other songs or listen to many of these other songs, so yeah. And then Best Picture, Anora, which I was honestly kind of shocked that this movie like won, because you never think Anora, the movie about the twist Cinderella story, as the best movie of 2024. If anything, Dune Part 2 should have been that. Dune Part 2 should have been the best picture film because it's like, that's literally the movie that everybody was talking about last year. Like, that's actually insane, but it's whatever. Production design, Wicked, of course, yeah, makes tons of sense. Live action short film, I'm Not a Robot. I watched Anuja, so I don't know. Sound, I really voted for The Wild Robot to win this one, but Dune Part 2 has good sound, though. Visual effects also goes to Dune Part 2. I could have gone to Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, but it's whatever. Writing adapted screenplay, Conclave. I believe it only won one Oscar, but it's whatever. And then writing original screenplay, which is Anora. So, yeah, that's pretty much all the films that kind of won. And now we will talk about we will now rank the movies that won at the Oscars this year. So what is my ranking? So Anora, I think is a pretty great, damn good movie. I think it does deserve the love. I kind of want to rewatch it again to, like, understand the love. But yeah, it is pretty great. So you're going to go in A tier. The Brutalist, I'm going to put in B, just because it's a little too long, but it's still very good. A Real Pain, this definitely deserves the love, and Kieran Culkin's performance is fantastic. Emilia Perez, I definitely liked this one. I'm going to put this one in C. I think the music, and it makes me kind of want to go back and rewatch it just for the music and Zoe Saldana's performance. Flow, as much as I'm mad for it winning, I do have to give it its credit that it was a very good film, and that I really wish Wild Robot got something here, but it didn't. But I'll still put in B. Shadow of the Cypress, I can't review it because I haven't seen it. Wicked, definitely going in A tier. Love that film, and it's probably the best movie on this list. No Other Land, haven't seen it. The Only Girl in the Orchestra, yeah, this one's fine. I'm Still Here, haven't seen it. The Substance, have seen it, and it's gonna go in the B tier. Dune Part 2, love it. I'm gonna put this one in A. Conclave, haven't seen it, so I'm gonna put this one, I'm gonna put it in D. I do not understand it. And yeah, that's pretty much my ranking for all the Oscar winners. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the, hold on, let me turn this around. Yeah, I'm not a really big fan of the Oscars this year, guys. I'm not. But what can you do? Right? What can you do? But that is it. That's my list for all the movies that won at the Oscars this year. thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, guys.